Hey Leo, welcome to your April 2024 message. I always like to call in the message that you need to hear, see, and feel to number one, get happy, number two, take action towards your desires, and number three, enjoy the journey to get there. So without further ado, let's just dive in. So it looks like wow, interesting. It like the soul level lesson this month is all about like the Knight of Air upright, which is like moving forward with decisiveness and like clarity, like this is what I want, decisiveness, and with some quick action. What's crossing that is the Hermit. And your human level lesson underneath that is the Knight of Fire upright. That's the more the passionate movement forward, the this is what I believe in, this is what I value, so I'm going towards that. Okay. So, guys, this means that you've already made your decision, Leo. You already know what you want to do. You made your decision, you did the whole pros cons things and you know what you want to go after. But there's a part of you for the Hermit. The Hermit is the ultimate card of like having to take a break, rest, relax, hibernate. You just really need to draw from other people so you can like kind of tune into your own. So, I mean, you already know what you want to do. You already know the pros and cons. You've made your decision. You just think that you haven't done enough healing yet to go take action on it. You just think that the previous chapter of your life isn't over yet. Um, but you're getting Knight of Fire as like the human level lesson for the month of April. So that is it's okay to be passionate about what it is you like. It's okay. Like sometimes this comes up for my clients when they're like, oh, but if I do this, my dad will be so upset. If I do this, it will hurt like so and so. Oh, my boyfriend won't like it if I do it. Sometimes it could be things like that that hold you back from doing it. Um, it's really a month of recognizing that you've done all the healing you need to do to be ready for this. You have all the information you need. You have everything you need to take the action. You're healed. It's just recognize that the previous chapter is over and you're starting the new one. Um, sometimes people are in like when they're in something like a car accident, something that's kind of like a shut in, a sudden kind of shock. Sometimes it takes them a couple days to calm down because it takes their body a moment to recognize, oh, I'm no longer in danger. I can get out of fight or flight. So it's kind of yours isn't as dramatic as a car accident, but yours is definitely a that chapter is over. I need to recognize and acknowledge that. And I need to start putting my energy towards the new one. What types of things should I be doing to make this one successful? What can make this new chapter of my life even better, feel better, happier? How can I wake up with more enthusiasm for this new thing I want to do? Inner being, source, spirit. Can you start showing me the daydream of why this is so good? Inner being, can you start guiding my thoughts and my emotions towards this new chapter and start bringing me the internal intrinsic motivation and inspiration to keep going? Um, and so the other thing that you really need to like know is the Night of Fire, that, like it's okay to like things, it's okay to emote. Whatever chapter you're starting in life right now, is that it's okay for you to go, yeah, this is what I like. I like doing that. I do want to learn more about that. Yeah, it's kind of time for you just to like do that, Leo. So it looks like, yeah, okay. So in your recent past, you got the release card, the death tarot card in reverse. So that means you have gone the death card is just when you've gone through like a full kind of personal growth lesson. And all I can say is that you don't think it's done. And a lot of times when that comes up for my clients is when they like want to find that other inner child or they want to find that other hidden limiting belief. It's because they're trying to prevent future pain that they don't know about because something in their past happened and they're like, wow, I wish I had known that bad thing was going to happen. I would have cleaned up the underlying inner child that was attracting that in. Yeah. So just know that you're just kind of trying to prevent future pain, but you're never going to know what the potential future pain is to invent. And if you go looking for inner children, you're going to find more inner children. Um, there's always more inner children, always limiting beliefs to like clean up. You only really need to clean up the ones that are preventing you from getting what you want. Just admit whatever happened that you were unprepared for like the sadness that would follow. You were unprepared for how they would act. But that's not something that you could pre-plan ahead for by cleaning up more in your children because they were going to do whatever it is they were going to do. Your inner children only made you a match to be interacting with them, but it has no control over like the action that they're taking. Okay, so in the current moment you got going on, this is interesting. You got the Hanged Man card, but you got the Hanged Man reversed. So when the Hanged Man's upright, that's when you're genuinely in a place of like, there's nothing I could do about this. Like, oh, my girl got a flat tire on the road. Well, I have to work. I can't take time off where I can't leave. That's the Hanged Man. When the Hanged Man's reversed, it's when it's in your mind, it's in your head. And so that could look like things like, oh, I don't have the inspiration, I don't have the motivation, I don't know why I feel that drive to go after this thing. So just know though that it's like all in your mind. Um, and let me pull a clarifying card for that. It's all in your mind, and it is no longer about the like sheets of the pros and cons, what logically makes the most choice. It's really more now about tapping into like the intuition, tapping into the inner being, God, source. Show me the energy to take these steps. What would you have me do? Not only what actions would you have me do to make this happen, help me feel good along the way. I want to feel good along the way. I want to feel happy. I want to feel eagerness. I want to feel enthused. I want to enjoy taking the action that I have to be taking. You got to prepay for that emotionally. It does look like in the future, the near future, you are going to have to pick up a pace. You're going to have to pick up a pace and pick up an energy, and your personal power for this month to kind of like get out of this like stuck stagnancy that you're in, is to just you get the Six of Earth, which is where it's that balance, is to spend your money wisely. If you come into money, definitely make sure you're also paying down some debts. Um, Make sure it's just, oh, here's what it probably is. It looks like in the past you went like, and you're Leo, so you went gung ho and gave like all your energy into something, someone. Maybe it was a couple projects, maybe it was a couple relationships, and like none of them panned out how you thought they would. So you kind of like pulled back a bit and you're like, whoa, I got to make sure it's really worth it before I give my energy to it. So it's whenever you go for this new chapter that you're going to start, it is about the, okay, I've definitely given the project enough. Let me make sure I've given my personal relationships enough. Let me make sure I've given myself my personal rest. So whichever way, however you're going to go about this, it's definitely your personal powers to make sure it's done with more balance between your either your passion or your money making thing, your personal relationships, and yourself. So you just make sure it's balanced because that's what will keep you like fueled for the marathon instead of trying to run a marathon at a sprinter's pace. Okay, in terms of outside influences, it looks like you've got a lot of encouragement. It's either from people or it's definitely from spirit. About that, you got the balance upright card. So your personal power is like the Six of Earth, which is the minor arcana balance card. But then you also got like the balance major arcana card. So it is that like lesson of actually being willing to commit to something that you're passionate about and knowing that it's okay to not give it 100% of your energy to prove or demonstrate your passion. Like you don't have to prove and demonstrate your passion to others. Like, no, look how passionate I am. I worked this, this, and this. So you don't have to prove your passion anymore, Leo. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears. That's interesting. You got the Eight of Water, which is like, I'm getting two kind of messages from it. One is that there's like a little bit of the fear of maybe I'm just not going to feel passionate about something again. Like gone are the good old days, gone's the youthful optimism type of like thing. The other one is like you're just really trying to make sure it's going to be worth it, that you're going to like the end goal. And all I can say, guys, is that you know how they say it's about the journey. Law of Attraction, Abraham Hicks translates it as you didn't come down for the creation, you came down for the creating. And a third way to say that is, I forgot the book that I read, but it was talking about Olympian athletes and how after they like win their gold, they thought they would feel something and get something. And instead they just go, they just kind of like deflate and they're like, wait, what was all of that for? So it's knowing that you're not going to be able to know, is it going to be worth it? Because life is literally about the creating. It's about the I want to experience this. What's this like? Do I like it? And you hit the pinnacle of success, then keep doing it. But if you hit it and you don't like it, then it's all right. I guess I got to find the next thing that I want to try to do. So life is always about that. You got to find the new thing to create. You got to find the new thing that you're doing. That's literally what life is all about. But I totally understand that emotion, that feeling, guys. I'm actually working with some people in my mastermind about that right now, helping them find that passion for life again, as well as in a balanced way so that they have like a well balanced life in all the areas. Um, so if you're interested in more support, there is, it's in the description. I think I'm calling it like a breakthrough application. I may have said apply for coaching. There's a link in there to get on a free call with me to see if working together would be a good fit. But in terms of your outcome for this month, well, okay, good news, Leo. You got the Ace of Fire. So it does look like you're going to get to that like little kindling of passion again in your life. So it's like you're going to get this like you're going to feel hopeful again. Like I see how this can work. I see why this would be good. I see how this is at least going to be fun in the process of doing it. So overall, it looks like a good month. Just make sure to learn those lessons of, make sure you have your personal life, your money making passion, activity, and your personal relationships. Give time to all of them, nurture all of them, because that's what's going to fuel you for the long haul. And also, what we talked about in the beginning about you need to just like close the previous chapter of your life to like start the next one. All right. Well, good luck, Leo. Stay tuned for the next video. The coaching link is in the description if you want a up close container with me, coaching you weekly with other masterminders, or make sure to join my Facebook group. I'm going to start going live there again for free, probably on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. But just make sure to join and be on the lookout for the announcements for that. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.